Hey y'all, it's Cashmere, and this is another food for thought. So today's topic in the food for thought is perfectionism. So we're talking about perfectionism because, sorry, checking the mic. Because it's not only something we've all been through, but well, I've been through, but um, it's something that hinders our growth very much. I want to start off with the fact that we're in 2025. And now, when you go on social media, let's start off with social media. I feel like, there's so much more awareness. There's so much more um, that so much more awareness for mental health, for there's like a lot, well, at least in my algorithm, right? But hopefully in your algorithm too, there's a lot of self-help. God got you, and just trust yourself. What are you waiting for? Do the damn thing. You start off at like crap and you perfect it later on, right? And I feel like, so coming from an era where social media first started, right? When we were first starting to get into this influential era of, we were watching like Keeping Up with the Kardashians and other shows like that. And we were seeing people's lifestyle on social media. Like, wow, you could live like that? That's awesome. Like, who doesn't want to live like that? And I feel like because of those things, we started to get so much more we started to get so much more in a habit of showing what we had, showing status, or luxury, or where we're flying to, or what we rented, what we're doing, right? And granted, it was a time to be alive, but there was a lot of it was a lot of misperception, because you would be online and you would be seeing these people living this life, this lifestyle, and a lot of times these people weren't living that lifestyle in real life, right? And you start to think like, damn, I have to live for, not that you were comparing yourself or any of that, but you start, I feel like that era of when social media was beginning, was like developing, we were all easily, I want to say, like, we all could easily have fallen into that whole circle of living my best life, right? And I feel like now, 2025, social media, there's so much more self-awareness, so much more canceling culture, and you know all of these things. And to full circle the topic, the convo, why I started saying this was because I feel like, because of those eras, because of that time of early social media stages, we easily fell into this power trip of, or in this mental trip of, what perfectionism was, of, oh, like, my life has to look this way, um because that's what it should look like, that's what it looks like online, right? And it was easy to fall into like this circle of being something that you're not, right? And I feel like because of that, besides the fact that you can easily just be a type A person and just be very much a perfectionist and think that everything has to be a certain way, but outside of that, even like when it came to content creating, like some people, not some people, but like, there's people that would be like, I don't have the right background, I don't have the right this, my makeup, my contour, my this, my that. And the reality is, you don't need any of that to create. You don't need the best microphone, you don't need the best right? We're just here because we all have a purpose. We all are here to create in our own terms. And the reality is that I feel like perfectionism kills dreams. Perfectionism makes us not validate ourselves. It makes you think that you need to be at a certain place of your life to be able to do X, Y, and Z. And the reality is that you don't. The reality is that you need to start to perfect things, not perfect things to start, right? And I say that because it's so easy to get lost in the idea of, oh, things have to be a certain way, or, I haven't done this, so I can't do that. And the truth is, there is no map, there is no road. You know, you have, if anything, you have to make those mistakes so that you can get to where you actually want to get. You have to make those mistakes so that you can perfect the things that you do want to make true for yourself. Um, Including like, oh, maybe you failed the test. You got to take it again. Now you know what the questions look like. Now you have an idea of the next time where you want to sit, what time you want to arrive, what the wording is like. The idea is to move forward without wanting to be perfect, because the reality is that no one is perfect. Everyone fucks up. Everyone does mistakes. Everyone is at all time. There's like, life is, I always say life is like, if you really wanted life to be really happy and everything, it's gonna be like a 80-20. Okay, 20% of the times things are not gonna go how you want them, but you better believe it that it's going to lead to something. It's gonna lead to something. It doesn't have to be exactly what you want, but it's going to lead to something. So leaving perfectionism behind is like the idea of starting something without having exactly what it is that you want. If you want to start a channel, if you want to sing a song, if you want to be a pro basketball player, you're not gonna start at an NBA court. You're gonna start at the park with a basketball that you probably could buy at Five and Below. Like, you don't have to be like, everything is perfect, everything is uptight, up 90, and up is like neat, and like, no, sometimes you just have to start wherever you are, because the reality is that consistency is what is building your dreams, right? Consistency, being able to do a little today and a little tomorrow and a little the next day and a little more than the following, right? And understanding that there's nothing that's certain, right? um and I wanted to, so basically, okay, so basically, I love to watch WWE. I don't know who else does here. I hope I have some WWE people here, but anyways, but I love to watch WWE, right? And I was watching an interview of Trick Williams. He's a WWE superstar, and he was saying how they asked him how he came up with his slogan. His slogan is "Whoop that trick," right? And his name is Trick Williams. So he said, honestly, I just walked out one day, and by the audience just started chanting, "Whoop that trick, whoop that trick, whoop that trick," and it stuck. It became something for him, right? So it's just even that idea of the fact that it was something that he even when he started wrestling, he was wrestling to wrestle. Not even he was an athlete. I think he was doing, I don't know if it was football, but he was doing something else. He was not a wrestler. And then he said, you know what, let me try this wrestling thing. And then he said, you know what, let me keep doing, I like this, let me keep coming out here. And then one day, whoop that trick, and now he comes out and everybody's yelling, "Whoop that trick!" And he's Trick Williams. So it's like, you don't know where these things are going to lead you. These things are like, anything that you're doing, it could potentially take you to over the moon, over the stars, as long as you start somewhere, right? So leaving perfectionism behind and just starting. Like, if you like to do hair, start with wigs and f them up. Do whatever you have to do. If you like to do nails, start at home. Start doing little stuff. Listen, you do it the first time, it's gonna be a mess. You do it the second time, it's gonna be a mess. Little less of a mess, but a mess. You do it a third time, you might even do it quicker than the first two times and less of a mess. You do it a fourth time, and then at some point, you just do it with your eyes closed because you're that good, because you've been trying, because you've been putting in the work. And the reality is that that's really how life develops. You don't wake up and be like, yeah, this is exactly what I'm gonna do. This is like I get having I get having like a routine or a schedule. That's yeah, but like in terms to I'm talking about your fate, or in terms to who your purpose, in terms to you actually becoming who it is that you want to be. I'm sure that there were people that came up with things that they never thought was gonna stick, and it stuck so crazy that now they're multimillionaires because it stuck. And you would have never thought that, oh, this one thing that I created was going to do it for me. You can even go back all the way down to like Madam CJ Walker. You think that she thought that all that hair product, I think it was Madam CJ Walker. You think she thought that hair product was gonna make her a millionaire? No, she did not. She was just whipping things up in the kitchen. And then one day she sold a bottle, and then she sold two, and then three, and then four, and then a million more. You know what I'm saying? So start today, start now, start imperfect, start uncertain, start with no clarity. Just start, because when you do start, you start to find what it is within that makes you shine. You start to develop. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten on the front of this camera and been like, what am I going to do? Like, I want to do tarot, I want to do fashion, I want to do this, I want to do that. And it's like, if I don't start, I won't see where this leads me. I won't see where this takes me. I won't see where I can develop to. I can only hope and pray that anyone can find this video and be like, you know what, like wow, like it's true. It's true. Let me do that. Like let me start. I hope that I can help one person, let alone two or three. You know. So and not to say that my journey is going to 100% be like, oh, like I gotta copy exactly what it is that she's doing, because no two people are the same, no two people think the same, no two people have the same exact talent. Even if we both sing, my voice has a whole nother vibration compared to yours. You know what I'm saying? So it's not it's not to like be like, oh, like this is who I want to be. No, it's to be yourself and learn and pick these little things up from wherever you hear them. Sometimes you hear things, you walking down the street and you hear someone say something and you're like, oh, that clicks. That clicks. Or you could be watching TV. Let's say your brother's watching TV and he's watching something, and you just hear from the corner like, oh, somebody saying like, oh, you should try and you turn around, you're like, oh, I never thought of that. Let me try that. Things come to you so naturally. And that's the idea. I feel like that's the idea of life. The idea of life is walking through it, and when you come across these things that they make your heart like they turn your heart on fire, this passion turns on, you're that's that's when you start paying attention. That's when you're like, oh, like wait, hold on, like this sounds like it works for me, right? So like I said, if you're to find one thing from this video and you and say like, oh my god, yes, that hurt, that clicks, that right there, just rejoice. I will rejoice in it, like, you know, like it makes me happy. But it also will make you happy because it's something that is bringing up out passion in you. So again, leaving perfectionism behind, leaving behind anything that it doesn't serve you, anything that doesn't bring you joy, that doesn't actually make you shine. Even like if you, I'm not saying like abandon ship, but like sometimes you're in school and you're like, what the hell am I doing here? Like there's nothing here for me. And granted, school is not for everyone. Like that's just the reality of it, right? And it's all right to be like, you know what, I want to switch majors. You know what, I want to switch schools. You know what, I want to move out of here. I want to move out of the state, or I want to move to another country, or I want to start singing, even if it's just for fun. Like, I can't stress enough the fact that SZA literally was creating music for shits and giggles, and it stuck. People liked it. People listened to it, and now she has multi Grammys and all albums and does tours and concerts, and she herself says like, listen, I don't play an instrument. I don't I was just having fun. I was just doing it for fun and it came to me. And that's just really the reality of life. Sometimes you just have to have fun and let it come to you and release the perfectionism. Just have fun, enjoy the things that come along the way, because that's really where you find yourself. That's really where you find your joy and your happiness. So, for journal prompt for this food for thought, I would say is, where is perfectionism stopping me from living my life? And you are going to open some doors, some windows that you have not, they were probably dusty. And now you're like, oh, you know what? Like, I'm gonna do this, even if I f it up so bad. Let me f it up. Like, I enjoy it. I will enjoy effing it up. Let me just do it, and I promise you that it will take you to a whole nother level. This is what's taking me for to a whole nother level. Just releasing things like no makeup. I don't care. No. Sometimes you don't even freaking brush your hair, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Like that's it. Nobody's gonna stop me. So yeah, just releasing perfectionism and just starting somewhere. I swear it's gonna be worth it. It is going to be worth it. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that, and thank you for being here. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.